Always film the police. Always. Good, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, how you doing, man?
Doing all right. We appreciate your support.
Good? Awesome.
Yeah, you have your name? What's your last name?
I don't want to give my name today.
All right, well that's evidence because there's a crime been committed and I'm going to need your name and information.
I don't feel like giving my name today.
Okay. Well, what you're recording right now is evidence. You understand? Because there's been a crime committed.
I'm not giving my name. What crime has been committed?
And that's regarding the traffic stop.
Okay, I don't want to give my name today.
That out. Okay. So if you're not going to cooperate with us, that's a crime. You understand? You have the right to do what you want, but just like media, whenever I support the media, videotaping everything we do, because later on, whenever we need that evidence, that helps us out because they might have caught more than we caught on camera.
Okay, well, I mean, my YouTube channel's under my name, Kerry Winters. Kerry.
Okay.
Winters.
Kerry Winters? Okay.
If you just type that into YouTube, you should be able to pull me up.
Okay, cool.
And what I'll probably do is post this video later.
Okay.
So if y'all need it, y'all can.
Just on YouTube?
Yeah, just YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube channel.
And you live here in Texas, I'm guessing, Burleson?
I'd rather not give out my address or where I live.
Like I said, if I have to contact you later.
Well, I mean, I realize I have to identify myself, and I have.
Okay. Do you have a Texas driver license?
I do, but I'm not driving, so.
Well, I know you're recording, and you probably don't want to give that out, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But, well, appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't like videotaping anymore, have at it.
Well, I videotape, you know, just in case, like in Ferguson, you know, if they'd had a videotape of that, you know, seeing the guy reach for a gun, or, you know, I mean, it would be awesome if there were video cameras, you know, out everywhere.
And I understand.
Keeps people accountable.
And exactly, and we wear body mics, both of us. We have a camera on the car. We have a camera in the car, and it helps a lot when people do complain, because if your supervisor, chain of command, or a lawyer, they say, hey, you know, we want to offer an open records question, you have evidence that you did your job properly.
Right.
And that's actually what
I was going to say. That can go both ways, you know, like you guys could be accused of something you didn't do, and it's your word against theirs, and
or it can
or the other way around.
Or the officer right, or the public right. Or it can be a meeting between both. But yeah, I mean, it keeps people accountable, and I'm all for it. And that's why I want to come over here and talk to you, because I know there are some people who are aggressive and they don't want to be taped, because I mean, what we do, we're on camera every day, every time we make a traffic stop.
Right. I mean, you guys are public officials. I mean,
but I support y'all videotaping and doing what you got to do, because I mean, there's no reason to get mad at you. It could help us sometimes, or it could hurt you. But as long as you're doing your job,
as long as you're doing it right, yeah, you have nothing to hide. That's right.
And that's what he was just saying. He was like, well, the city police usually, you know, do whatever, shake it off and let us go. And he's like, you go through everything. And I said, well, we all do the same thing, and we're supposed to all do the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, but we have to follow our general orders, policy, and procedures. And that's why I wanted to go over here and talk to you, because like I said, if it's evidence and if we need something, you'll get more of it.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube probably tomorrow.
Cool. Well, you take care.
All right, you too, man. Yeah. Are y'all done here?
Yep.
Cool. Man, I was recording to make sure your rights weren't violated, dude.
I don't even know if they were or weren't. They had no probable cause on a lot of stuff, but...
What'd they stop you for in the first place?
I crossed a divider. I missed my exit, and I saw that there was a dirt road, so I took it.
Oh, okay.
Pulled us over for that, and then he said I was acting suspicious.
Why'd he search your vehicle?
No reason. No reason.
Did you consent? Don't ever consent.
The only reason why I did that is because I'm ready to get this over and done with. And he said, well, we're going to be here for 2 or 3 hours. And I was like, just do it. With me, the way I am around here, I feel like I'm picked on. This ain't the first time it's happened out here.
Dude, that's why I record. I started recording probably 6 months ago. Yeah, every time I see cops, because pull out your camera. As soon as you get stopped, man, pull out your camera. There's apps on your phone called Bam Buster. It goes right to the internet. If they destroy the phone, the video's on the internet. And if you tell them I don't consent to searches or seizures, and they go ahead and search the vehicle anyway, even if they find something, you can't use it in court.
Well, I told them no, I didn't want him to. They said, well, we're going to call the canines. I was like, all right, you know, call the canines.
And they probably would too.
And that's when he said it's going to take 2 or 3 hours. I have my kids at school, everything else. I don't.
Shit.
So I was just like, you know what? Search it. There's nothing in there. Just search it. He goes, well, we're just trying to get to lunch too. We're not taking nobody to jail. I was like, that's not the point.
Yeah, they love searching cars.
Why? I mean, there's no smell, there's no nothing. I mean, I'm not, do I look like, I mean, I know I don't look normal, but do I look like the type of...
Hey, how's it going?
That's a cop harassing you too?
A little bit.
Yeah, we were watching it from Arby's, and I was like, oh man, I hope these guys... I was like, man, I hope these guys don't go to jail.
Well, that's what I was telling him.
Goddamn, you know, we already have enough problems with the goddamn Burleson PD, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing against them.
No, that's what I was telling him. I think it's the way I look, but I'm not going to change the way I dress or anything for anything. And
it's called profiling.
And I get picked on a lot. This ain't the first time it's happened. It happens a lot.
My son gets profiled a lot too.
Well, it was my fault. I missed my Osbury exit and that dirt exit right there. I did that. Well, he pulled me over and he's like, well, you know, you're not supposed to do that. I understand, sir. I do apologize. Can we search your vehicle?
Well, can we search your vehicle?
That's what they said.
And then I asked him.
Did that to him before for no damn good reason. They pulled him over.
For you?
Yeah. For a front license plate.
But I think it's his vehicle.
Well, see, I've got a big 2500 Dodge truck that sits way up, you know, and I didn't have a front license plate. Burleson PD pulled me over Bruzza. I stopped in at racetrack down there by, you know, in Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, down there. Well, I think it's
Quick Trip.
Quick Trip. Yeah. And I flipped a U-E, came back, and I was going back into Burleson, and Burleson PD got in behind me, pulled me over. They searched my vehicle and shit.
Came up on it?
Yeah, task force. They took my hubcaps.
Well, when he told them that he didn't want him to search the vehicle, they said, well, we're going to be out here like 2 hours. We're going to have to call a canine unit out here. It's
yeah,
like,
they said 2 or 3 hours for a canine
unit. It's like, for what? For making a illegal U-turn?
Yeah.
And that's why I got my camera out, because I want to make sure that these people were, you know, not violated.
Do you know this guy?
You want to post on Facebook and go, this is what our cops do.
Oh, that's all I post.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I thought that guy was going to harass you and kind of like say, hey, you're invading privacy and all this.
Public space, you can record all you want.
Well, see, that's what I thought, because he goes, hey, sit tight. And I go, yes, sir. And I'm sitting down. He goes, I don't know if you saw him. He started walking off, and he turns around and says, don't do nothing funny.
What are you going to do, run?
Yeah, right?
I guess profiling. I have tattoos.
The tattoos.
Maybe because I'm brown.
You're not white. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, now it's seen from cops. You know.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is I told my wife we watched